Welcome to my kitchen. Today I am going to be making pepper steak. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my marinade ready. I have 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. I'm using complete seasoning. 1 tablespoon of honey. Two tablespoons of olive oil. 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then I've chopped up some garlic. I'm going to use about half of this. This is about 6 cloves. So I'm going to use about half of this. And some fresh ginger. I'm just going to put in about a tablespoon. And mix that all together. I'm also going to add a little bit of black pepper. Then I'm going to set that aside, and I have about 1 pound of flank steak. And you want to cut this against the grain. So the grain is going this way, so I want to cut it this way. So I'm going to cut this into 3 or 4 pieces first. Maybe 5. And then I'm just going to cut this into pieces. You can cut them as big or small as you like. And then I'm going to add that to my sauce, marinade. And give it a good stir. Make sure that it's all coated. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for about a half an hour. You can do it longer if you would like. The longer it marinates, the more flavor it will have. So just cover it and stick it in the fridge. Okay, it's been about a half an hour and I'm ready to cook my steak. I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and you want to heat that up just until you hit it with some water and it bubbles a little bit. I'm going to put my steak in a single layer. You might have to do this in 2 batches, but you want to cook it about 2 minutes on each side. It doesn't take very long. And you don't want to crowd your pan. So I'm just going to let these cook for about 2 minutes on this side and then flip them. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes. I'm going to flip all of these and let them cook for another 2 minutes on the other side. And then I'm just going to cook up the other half that I still have left. Okay, my second batch of steak is done. I'm just going to take that out, put it in a bowl, set it aside. And I'm going to add just a little bit more olive oil. And I have 1 green pepper, 1 red pepper, and 1 small onion that I've cut into pieces. You can cut them however you like them. If you like them smaller, cut them smaller. And I'm just going to cook these for about 3 minutes, just until they start to get tender. While I'm waiting for my vegetables to cook, I'm going to make up a slurry or a sauce. I have 1/4 cup of water. To that, I'm going to add 1½ tablespoons of cornstarch. And I'm going to stir that, whisk it until all that cornstarch is dissolved. Then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. A little bit of garlic. About 1/2 tablespoon. And some of that ginger. And some black pepper. You can put as little or as much as you like. And some salt. And just give that a good whisk. While your peppers and onions are cooking, just kind of scrape the bottom of the pan, get all that little bit off. It gives it a ton of flavor. And I'm just going to add the slurry that we made with the cornstarch. A little bit at a time. Just whisk it in as you go. And I'm just going to let that cook for about a minute. And then I'm going to add my steak to that. Mix it together and just let that reheat for about 2 minutes. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes. I did add just a little bit more water to thin out the sauce a little bit. You might have to, you might not have to. Just going to put this on a serving tray and we're ready to eat. This is super easy to make. I'm going to serve it with some rice. You could do it over potatoes, noodles. I hope you give it a try. Please consider subscribing to my channel and share with your family and friends who you think might enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll join me on the next one.